I just hope that everything gets recorded now. So I can actually upload a video with half decent quality. Alright. Nå spekketh to Glenna.
I feel strange.
Oh. Yeah. No wonder you feel straight. Nailed it. Let's try that again. At least start the week right, because the rest of the week I fuck up anyway.
Strange.
I totally get that. Okay, we can... no, screw that. Yeah, screw that. Okay. There we go. Can I duplicate?
Good evening, folks.
Yo.
Okay, does anyone need a refresher on Ken?
I think I'm good.
Not really.
No one?
No.
Just putting that out there. Yeah.
Hello?
Howdy.
Don't break your mic.
Sorry. A bit loud.
Ah, that was a loud pop when you turned it on.
Oh, sorry, it's because I was plugging the cables in.
Yeah, no, that
Reminder of what needs to happen here.
that's Mr. Bean.
Boss, every threat auto attack is a knockback. If you get pushed back, run in as close as possible to the boss as you can. Stack on green arrow. Take green circles. Don't forget there's two types. The smooth edge green circles just require one person to activate. The ones with a squiggly outline, depending on their size, require 1 to 4. If you get red, move out of the group and then just stay close to the boss. Preferably do damage while ranged. If you get down with a red, it's safe to res you, but as soon as you get up, you're going to start doing damage to other people. Don't forget to also take greens. Having red doesn't mean you have to skip greens. Oh yeah, and don't chase Cairn while he teleports. Yeah, that should be fine. And yes, you do have the special action key, so don't forget to use that also. Yeah. As soon as we get a ready check, please speak with her.
Alright. Why is this so big? Stop being so... Hello? There you go.
Yeah, but Black Lion chests are considered loot boxes in Belgium, so you can't really buy them there. I think the whole thing happened a couple of years back. Okay, if you can please speak with Glenna, and then just run in.
All right. Lead the way.
Loot chests are not allowed in Belgium?
Some countries have outlawed RNG boxes, like the Black Lion chest. They're considered gambling, so they're illegal.
Huh.
Huh. Do you feel that?
I like that.
Oh, it's a good idea to be fair, but on the other hand, they do need to be able to monetize something out of the game because it's semi-free to play, so...
Yeah, well, it's buy to play, but yeah, I get what you mean.
Oh, used to be buy to play, nowadays it's predominantly
Oh yeah,
play on the corn, and then if you want to play, you have to get the game.
true, true. Pay to enjoy.
Well, they did bundle the public expansion with the green. They did bundle it with public power one, so...
Mm.
Pick up the down, please. It's fine, I'm gonna check any other DPS. Out with the right, please.
My legs! What's happening?
Regarding the signatures used for the bones, God, I would suggest waiting a sec because the wells are not instant, takes a while for the effect to kick in. Okay. Therefore, the orange circles in the ground, please don't want to get caught. Don't forget to occasionally shatter. Take the big one, not the big one. As some of you are lucky to get moved to shattering. They're the closest to the boss, if you have red. Any other side besides green arrow, please. Red out, red out, red out. And don't follow Kern. Any green will do, any green. Just take a green. Keep it down, keep it down. Guys, rest people, it's really important. See?
Think I'm running.
Yeah. Resing takes priority over damage in raids. If you start losing people, you won't be able to do mechanics, or damage will just go too low, and so on and so forth.
Just don't forget to dodge. I did.
Yeah, that's another thing. That's why you should stay as close as possible to the boss.
Yeah,
Get hit.
went to
and
revive.
Yeah, well, what can you do?
I could have dodged for one.
Any green will do, any green.
I blame Mimi.
Try to move as little as possible with the red, that way you won't get so much damage on you. So get close to Cairn and just stay. And dodge. Any green. Pick up attack, get the heal up. Okay, and now You need to stack, take them by size.
Mini is always to blame. Like, most of the, well, not most of the time, but a lot of the time when I go to revive someone,
Try to stay on green arrow, please, if you
this
can.
happens.
Any green will do. Green arrow should be the damage side, everything else should be for reds, preferably.
What can you do?
Dodge.
Well, you could not revive Mini, but I guess.
Any green, any green.
Yeah, raid is.
Get the down.
If I had seen that coming, if we had been over here and I saw it coming, I possibly
Can you
could have
take
dodged
green?
out of it, but it started
Need to
like
stack, it's quickly.
here and then just knocked us the fuck out.
Don't forget the squiggly ones are by size. Pick a pack. Get the druid up.
Why aren't those messages coming in here? That party?
Any green.
Oh, that's party.
Pick up
Okay.
the down if you can, and
Wish I could move
try to
tabs
dodge.
around.
And dodge. Any green. And you need to stack. Try not to stack more than one red at a time. 2 not max. 3 will result in people dying. And get down.
Alright, sorted.
Any green will do. Any green. Oh crap.
20%. Come on. With half the team.
Dodge.
Any green. Any green.
That whisper. If you have no people, you have no DPS. That's pretty true.
Dodge through that, otherwise it's gonna push you off.
I'm participating. I'm telling people to revive.
You need to stack here. Well, not all the reds that is, but sure. Try to leave green arrow as a clean area. Don't go through green arrow with the red. Don't follow Cairn. Any green will do.
Dispel the red. Yeah, he just got dispel. Is it a timed?
Hey.
Time. Weird agony. Yeah, it's timed.
Get ready to dodge and dodge. Any green, any green.
7%.
Keep going. And dodge this. Dodge, 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 dodge.
Don't forget special action key. For that extra mobility.
Okay, we need to stack here.
Oof.
Keep going, keep going.
2%. 1%.
Don't chase him.
Nice.
And that's getting done.
Well played.
Am I healing okay? Or am I lacking or what?
I don't know.
Well, if I didn't notice a difference, then I must be doing the right thing.
More worried about keeping my ass alive than anything else, but sure. Okay, up to ammo we go.
I actually didn't realize
I
that
have no idea what I'm doing as a chrono. I've
X-
done it before.
he's
So I had
General
electric
idea of
lamp
the rotation you can do is I would suggest starting with shield 5 because that would give you some quickness so you can start casting stuff.
Yeah.
So
We need to
then
talk.
after you do shield
right
5
there.
and you get the quickness for a sec or two, start casting one of the wells and mid cast pop in continuum split
Lead the way.
and finish off the wells, and
Is,
if you have time
is
warp
this-
use that,
course
and
we'd
then you
have to
can
find a
cast
dead
signet
body.
also
Not my
because
fault.
I see
You
we're
already have
late to
stuff
the
for it.
party.
Totally not my
yeah,
fault.
pretty much. And then once continuum
There's a
split
light
was
breeze
off,
coming through here.
you would end up with no cooldowns. Then you can pretty much repeat everything up to the elite skill.
I'll try to.
Uh,
What I usually try to do is just to do the continuum split and then do my wells and my time warp, so I have it twice. But I don't know. That's my
Yes, you do, but
that what
that's
I
the general
think it
idea. You
is?
end up with time warp without cooldown, but you shouldn't use time warp out of continuum split.
Alright.
General idea is
What
continuum
mysteries have
split
we uncovered
is
today?
105 seconds and time warp is 3 minutes, 180. And when you add the alacrity, you end up with something like 70-80 second cooldown instead of
it's
3
too
minutes.
far.
So that's about half the normal cooldown.
Oh, there's a chest.
No, though. Majority of groups prefer running time,
Now this
not time
doesn't
warp.
look ominous.
Gravity well due to the CC.
Yeah. Do you want me to take protect?
Yeah, sure.
Sorry, I'm lagging behind.
Alright,
2 seconds.
tactics.
No worries, we're spamming clones anyway. Okay, does anyone need a refresher here?
Yeah. Arisons.
Okay, basically speaking, if you're not doing any mechanics, just stick with the group and you won't kick the bucket, that's it. Okay, jokes aside, yes, it is correct that you need to move with a group, otherwise you will die. As you will notice, the floor has holes. So periodically, specific tiles of the floor will light up with a yellowish green light, which if you don't move will result in spears. And those spears do one shot. You don't need any CC skills here, so well, suffice to say, you can get rid of the CC for this boss and just substitute it with any DPS skills you deem would do the job. Other than that, you will get a number of soldiers. They will spawn on top of the 4 markers and proceed to move down towards the other end of the room. Once they reach the other room, they will get transformed into golems. And those golems will attack us. The golems also have 2 secondary functions. The first one would be they can recapture the tiles we are sitting on, basically once we've captured, and when they're dying they explode for a lot of damage, so ideally we would have no more than one at a time, hence why necros should take epidemic. Other than that, basically the 3 extra skills here are claim, which allows you to pick up tiles. Second one is dispel to remove the soldier's shield, and the third one is protect, which allows us to survive for a few seconds without taking any damage and avoid, let's say, getting one-shotted by the spears. But keep in mind the AoE bubble from protect is quite small, so you need to be on top of the group. Any questions? credit check. If you're a guardian, I would suggest putting your traps here on the middle tile because ammo needs to walk into them. So putting anything like this, even the necromancer sigils won't probably trigger because he is stationary and he needs to activate those. So if you're a guardian, traps over here on top of tag.
I will be thieving.
Ready when you attack.
Perhaps that was a bad idea.
And then just stay on top of them and DPS it. Okay.
Watch your feet.
This is probably one of the easiest bosses because he literally does nothing, so... Just DPS race. Okay, epidemic now please. Bless you. Okay, let's over into the chopper. Don't panic if the squirrel will light up. It's not a problem. Now just keep it and yeah, that's it. Panic please and move.
Some cooldown. But I basically just add nothing. Maybe duration.
Epidemic please, as well. And move.
Watch your feet.
Oh, okay. Might be able to recover, but maybe that's it.
Oh,
That's what happens if we get more than one. We move.
I'm dead.
Okay, quick GG. We're doing okay in the DPS. Okay, so if we get 2 golems next time around, we should go with the attack. That should keep us from
I
kicking
was
the
dead,
butt.
that's the problem, and I had protected. Because of continuous split, I flew back to spikes.
The two scared.
Oh. Oh, that's unlucky.
My bad.
Well, the soldiers died fairly easy.
Not a problem.
I don't know what epidemic does.
Overall lag or just Discord lagging here?
There were 2 before you died. Yeah, I mean the soldiers, they just perish.
I'm assuming you're not downloading anything, but for the check. Don't forget to place your traps here.
So,
Traps, sigils, whatever you're gonna place this stuff like that, do that.
there's no
Adios.
Quick credit check.
Watch your surroundings.
And here we go again.
Alright, man. Have a good one.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
There is some groups take a boon to you. which is viable in some bosses like ammo.
Have a good night.
Our problems just got worse.
Nope.
No, no, no.
And up. Be careful with the spears. Damage is good. Another golem incoming.
My freaking spin to win
Hey.
just threw me
And
into
move now.
the spikes.
Alright, continue.
Yeah, do be careful with that one. And
Yeah,
epidemic if you can.
Oh,
And move. Okay, looks like we'll probably end up with 2 at the same time anyway.
Oops.
And move. And move. Epi will be needed soon. They're about to start moving. Epi if you can. And stay. Hey,
cast protect.
and do protect, stay, protect,
Alright,
and move. Good. Okay, we'll get another soldier shortly. And soldier incoming, move. Come on, over here. And move. About to check ahead of a mob. And we should be done shortly. And oh crap, I got good. Let's say we need to go to the corner. Okay, not bad. For Chronos, I would suggest picking up a focus here, Gur.
Yeah.
You need it to Porigam.
Instead of sword or instead of shield? Instead of sword.
Sword. Shield is a necessity.
Did anyone
That
else see
doesn't
that?
change.
Alright.
If one of the thieves can open the door, please. Okay, CC is a requirement here, so passive venom would do fine, and any other CC you have. Necros, I would suggest getting a golem. Guardians, Pain Signet, the big trap, spear. Druids usually take CC pets, but they also have a different role because they take the entangle here. Warrior, the if he's power, you probably need to take something like kick and headbutt. If he's okay, presumably power.
For warrior, usually you have a mace in main hand, and the headbutt is enough.
Oh, headbutt is enough, but I
Yeah,
think
with
he needs
mace
to take
and
kick
mace.
instead of bows here because we need hard CC, not a root.
You shouldn't have bullets from the beginning, but
Yeah, well, I don't know why he needs power. The only place the warrior uses bows is on wing 3 on the backwards, and that's specific because it's a condu warrior, not a power one.
do you want me to take well or just time warp?
Get gravity while I have time warp anyway.
Yeah, I have time warp. Gravity warp.
Yep, Okay, so ideally we should bound. Well, technically
Begin
speaking, I suppose
destruction
you
protocol.
can potentially get more. That's an option also. But
Longer cooldown.
depending on if you can use it on continuum split. Main issue.
I'll stick with the wall now.
Can't you use revive orbs in raid?
Okay, I'll start with gravity one if needs to be able to change also. By the way, one thing to note is the wells also do a bit of CC. The normal ones for alacrity and quickness, if you notice, they do slow and chip. So they are also effective, if you will, if you have them off cooldown. See, warrior power. Why is he using maces? Last I checked, the build
Yeah.
was
Let's go
2
to
axis.
Maces in offhand. Yeah, you only have it in offhand for CC. Because
He's a berserker. Only the core build is running maces actually. The berserker one is just axis.
maybe I changed. But it's good to use anyway.
Yeah, I was fiddling around with it the other day. So currently, power berserker is only axis. Mm,
Yeah, just keep the Maces, it's fine.
yeah, no, the
It's
maces are
nothing.
fine. Just discussing it. That's
Yeah.
about it. Okay. Meta BS. Actually, funny enough, that's a meta build for core warrior, not for a berserker warrior. Berserker is your first elite spec, and core is without an elite spec, so a bit of a mix and match, I would say.
You wanna do a ready check?
Yeah, just checking something on some closer move.
Alright.
But yeah, he's kind of mixed up the builds a bit, but should be fine. Well, you should use the Snowcross builds because Meta Battle has the more generic stuff, and I suppose most builds overlap because they tend to copy stuff from there. But Snowcross is for the raid builds. And like I said, the one you're using at the moment is technically speaking, the weapons you're carrying are supposed to be for the core warrior, which is taking 3 normal trait lines instead of the 2 plus the elite spec. Gear is pretty much the same, main difference is the traits and skills used. If you're running Rampage, please do swap it to Headbutt. Oh yeah, bloody hell, I keep forgetting about the build templates. Yeah, good point.
But yeah, it's on the Axe nowadays, it seems.
Yeah, that's the normal warrior, and here's the power banner, let's say on strength. Yeah, he's running the strength build, but this one only uses axes, so go figure. Yeah, actually, kick. Yeah, that should do fine. Okay, does anyone need a refresher on what needs to happen here? Good. Ideally, we should try juggling the aggro between the two of us.
Right, so should be furthest away or?
Okay, so first one, I'll try to get the first one, then you need to be the furthest one out by the time the CC is about to end. So you can get the next one and so on.
Alright. I can try to do that.
Okay, quick overview of Samurog has 2 attack patterns. The first one is just a generic swap in front of himself, which will knock you back. If you get knocked back in the spears, you're dead, so ideally keep him in the middle of the area. The second attack slams his weapon in the ground, which results in shockwaves. Those cannot be blocked. You need to either dodge through them, distort them, or jump over them. It's the same mechanic as the Molten Boss Fractal number 40 or Tequeto's water waves, shockwaves, whatever you want to call them. So just jump over it. Every 10% the boss has a CC phase. Make sure you CC, otherwise you lose a group member. At 66% and 33%, he will run to that balcony behind him and shield up. When that happens, we will go around the circle marker and sit around, wait for 2 mobs to come. One of them would be a human, the other one is a Jotun. We need to kill the Jotun. But at the same time, we need to push the human inside the bubble next to Samurog, so don't do any damage to the Jotun until we get Rigum in, otherwise Rigum will explode on top of us and kill us. After 66%, we'll occasionally get a green mechanic, which will result in a big green circle and a small green circle. If you get the big green circle, run out of the group, and the small green circle needs to come on top of you. Make sure the big green circle doesn't overlap on top of any of the other group members, otherwise that will kill them. That's about it. Any questions? Yeah, you should use food if you're a DPS class. Generally speaking, every class should use food. Kind of being slacky because I'm maxing out bone duration without food at the moment, so 500 damage doesn't change anything on the chrono.
Oh, it only lasts 30 minutes, damn it.
Okay, quick credit check. Okay, running in. Everyone run in, otherwise you're gonna get killed. And now we need to sit around the green marker. Get ready for shockwave and jump. Try to stay behind them.
Activate CM. Yeah.
Snap and jump.
Like, oops.
And if he turns around, don't stand around, move inside him. Now he will turn around, so go behind him. You need to move. One thing you need to remember is pretty much 99.9% of skills don't require you to be stationary, so you can move in CC. Okay, and that's good. Stay in the middle.
It would have been fun.
And go behind him. Always inside him or behind him.
Accidentally activate CM.
CC in 3%. And heal him if you can, please.
And actually manage to get him killed.
CC. Good. Crap, didn't get the aggro. Okay, stay in the middle there. And jump. And make sure you do the CC this time, because we're gonna lose the keyword otherwise. And jump. Very good. Okay, just stay in the middle and don't be in his way at 66%. He will run into the middle. Now get out of his way. And stay. Okay, now don't forget to not do damage to group him. Get Regum in first. And entangle. And now do damage to group him.
What the hell was that?
Okay,
There
we
we
need
go.
to bring him in, so push him in if you can, or root him, pull him, whatever. And damage to root him.
What is that thing that...
And push him in, push him in. If you don't, we can do damage with him. That's the other caveat here. And now wait for Rigam to come out or pull him out and kill him.
Oh.
Oh!
Whoa. What the abs?
Yeah, that's something bugged out, so get Rigam quickly, kill Rigam quickly. Amrock shouldn't be running around, but hey, yeah.
Oh, hug.
And jump, the shockwave. Green.
Yeah.
Get hacked.
Ooh, boy, get people up as soon as you can. Okay.
Well, basically.
Rising, nice, thanks, Naughty. And yeah. Okay, now stay in the middle. Taco doing tango. Green out. Yeah, green and big green and small green stat. Don't run around too much. Don't go with the big greens, otherwise you will kill the whole group. And don't run away too much from the small green.
I think I have aggro.
Yeah, if you have the big purple thingy, you're tank.
Nice.
And yep.
Not thank.
And I think we bugged him just now because yeah, he lost the target, so we just DPS. Okay, he did swallow, so check it. Sometimes he won't have a target to do stuff on. Or if you get down, the target changes.
He downed me right before he jumped.
Yeah, so you got lucky. So you did that.
Yeah.
Can I
Thief skills.
Much easier to do boss with the other class nowadays. And CC.
Green out.
Green out. Okay, and we're good. Now if you get marked, just stay in the middle. And jump. Don't forget to jump above the shockwaves. Green's out.
Oh.
In the middle. And CC. A bit more. And we go. Yeah, okay. This Jagger stuff won't work out anyway. Never mind. There's no CC next. You run in, green out. Yeah, about that.
Yep.
And don't be in his way. And dojo. Same thing with Triggem again. Go green out, green out, green out. Okay, and we wait for Triggem. Now we're gonna pull him in. Ooh, and push him in and then tango please. Leave the spear that's on top of us. Okay, and now start doing Gohan. Yeah. Late. Don't move around too much because Jokum will start
Green out.
moving around. Ooh, crap got stuck. Get it down quickly. Rig him in, rig him in. Any roots you can throw in the right way, 1, 2, 1.
Oh.
Green out.
Green out.
More green out also. Okay, and kill nothing. Okay, now get the gun. Back please and tangle the spear in the middle. And oh, actually just leave it. Okay, and we'll be good.
Green out.
Green out.
Oh, we're on opposite sides.
Stay behind them, don't forget to be behind them. Pick up the down. That's important. Make sure you pick up the down. Rest first, damage later. Don't phase them until we... Ooh, crap. Yep. Get the down. CC. CC. More. Okay. Get the down as soon as you can. We need to recover from that. Guys, please, red, stop DPSing. Raising people takes priority in raid. If people start dying, you can do mechanics. And this is what happens. And that's a GG. It was a good start. Another thing to note about the Rigum phase is we need to do that as quickly as possible because depending on how much time that takes will depend on how much time we'll have for the DPS phase. CC also needs to be done as soon as possible because he doesn't take any damage during the CC phase. Hey, quick ready check.
That was so much that happened at once there.
Okay, and running in. Chanting again, keep him in the middle and keep an eye on the shockwaves. You should be able to dodge those even without me saying so.
Those spears, is it only CC damage that destroys them?
No, you can kill them with normal damage also, but let's say strong roots like Entangle and such do a really good job at it.
Okay.
So, for example, the druid when he's not entangling Rigum usually ends up using Entangle to clear off spears. For example, this spear can be killed off without the moment because you won't have any, you know, anything to entangle for a while, so that should give him enough time to get the down please and dodge. And jump over it. A bit more. Stay in the middle. And jump over it.
Green. No.
Take the spear that's on top of us. And CC. Okay, stay in the middle. Mini, go a bit closer to the middle, otherwise he can run. And get out of his way. Off to the circle marker. Okay, same thing here. We need to get Rigum in and keep him in as much as we can. Basically usual deal. Fine. Yeah, don't do damage to Gutham, I said. Otherwise Rigum will kill us. Now push Rigum in.
Okay, why should I help for
Basically, you're the one that Gutham is following. Okay, entangle please. And do we kill him now? Why is there a mark column here? Who's using the wrong rooms?
It's not me,
Oh.
I promise.
Yeah, I'm very certain you need runes of the monk there.
Yeah, I know.
Here.
I've been fixated.
Yeah, that's why I'm pushing in. Meaning you need to do a Stallone captain first. Okay, and now pull him up. Don't go further than me, please, otherwise you're gonna end up the tank. Okay,
Oh,
and green
green out.
together. Main group in the middle, please. And yep. Don't forget to stay on top of him or behind him, regardless of if you're tanking or not. And jump. And easy.
Green out.
Green out. Green out. Don't forget to go to the big green, otherwise he will get down. Purpose of the small green is to shield that player. And pick it down.
Oh shit, I got speared.
Yeah, that's a GG, that was both healers down. Quite unlucky.
Shit happens and then you live, or in this case die.
Ah well. Third time's a charm. Or third time lucky, whatever you want to call it. Ready when you're ready. And it's ooh. And jump. Go down, please. And stay behind them. At all times, try to be on top of them or behind them to avoid being knocked back.
I'm the tank.
Touch wide now, but never mind that.
I think it was... I got knocked away.
I'm fairly certain I had the tank initially, but I'll be wrong. Doesn't really matter, just stay in the middle. Ideally, jump. Usually at least back in the day, the throne just so you could stop it to make it more organized, but nowadays people just probably can't much.
Huh.
So, yeah, I suppose it is worth learning how to do it. And nice. And CC. Okay, and go back to the green marker. Don't stray off the middle too much. Drop it down. If you want to DPS while waiting for them to move, you would need to be behind and jump. And jump. Okay, next CC 1%. And CC. Okay, that's good. No CC next, it would be a phase, so get ready, what you say, move out of his way. Come on, you slowpoke.
It's a bit buggy today.
When isn't he? Okay, circle marker, everyone on top of circle, please. And now push Riggum in. Pull him or whatever. And untangle, please. And do kill them.
Does that work as an entangle, that magnetic bomb?
Anything that does a root basically works. The reason why entangle is used, it's probably the longest route in the game. Push him in.
Okay.
Because it's also an elite, hence why it has a sweet cooldown. And if used in PvP, it does something like 7-10k bleed.
Oh.
Yeah, so not the best skill to be hit with. 5% of damage. If you get killed for it.
Hmm.
Okay, let them come out. And okay, back to the middle. Green, 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 green. Eddies go to green and jump. Please untangle the spears when you can attack. And back to the middle. Play. Ooh, shit.
Whoa.
Okay, middle, middle, middle. And then here we go again as normal. Stay behind them.
Hey BFG.
And jump.
Not much, just doing raid.
I'm here.
And jump.
How's it going with you?
And TC. Oh crap.
Awesome.
Choice of continuous click. And stay behind him, green out, jump.
We're on boss 2 of wing 3? 4? 3?
And jump.
4? One of the wings. I'm a super awesome hardcore raider, so I know all the stuff. Not.
More, and we're good. Green out, and yeah, that should be fine. Okay, in the middle. Don't forget to stay behind them. Even if you're tanking, you can move behind them, do the long-winded animation. And spear is about to drop on top of us. Jump and cleave the spear. Otherwise we'll keep getting feared, so green, 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 stack. Jump. And CC is next. We lost one. And CC. That's why ideally you should keep them in the middle so you don't get speared. A bit more CC. Okay.
So this
And back to
is
the middle, please.
basically Cairn? Karn? No, Samarug. This is. No wait, is this the third
Middle.
boss? Yeah, this is the third boss. Cairn is the first boss. I will upload the whole.
Run in, so don't be in his way. Only this
Upload the whole raid to YouTube, hopefully.
and everyone to circle, please. Green out. Okay, circle, circle, circle. And don't slow Riggum prematurely, please. He's slow as it is. Okay, push him in a bit more, and then do entangle. Right, now to good him. CC, CC, green out.
It's a very mechanic heavy raid,
CC.
but it's fun.
I'll pull him in.
Who just got a notification?
Yeah,
Green
green
out.
out. Push Riggum in, please.
I'm stunned.
Green stack on top. What? Yeah, that does happen. Pull Riggum in. Green out, please. Oh shit, he's gonna go blow. That's what happens when he blows up on top of us. And res everyone, please. Root him or slow him or something, please. He keeps coming out. Also get back to the circle marker because we can't manage Riggum if we're too far out. Green, move away, please. Everyone here.
Is that the
Nice. Circle marker. Stop moving around. Gotham will run around if you do that. Okay, just kill Gotham and get Rickon. Okay, and then tango the spears as soon as you can, please. Green. Everyone outside of the green circle. Yeah, we got 3 minutes, not too bad. Behind them, if you're DPSing or anything, as long as you're not tanking, you need to be behind them. Okay. Stay behind them at all times. Don't be on top of the spears, that does fear them in CC. CC. Okay.
Veil Guardian, was that the one we did a tiny bit of last week? Do you remember, Elka? Where you have to kill the green, the blue, and all those different colors.
Close. Yeah. Continuous split so I get.
Okay. Yeah, that was pretty. And also me zoning out a bit was not helping understanding a lot of the raid. Green out.
Bit more. Okay. And back to the middle. A bit for a bit in place.
I'm not commander, no. It's... I think it's the guild leader.
And green up. Attack. Thank you. Ooh, okay, we got this.
1.5 minutes left. 13%.
Okay, that should be okay. And keep going. Last CC next. Will be a bit tougher because we lost green out. And play and more CC please, more CC.
Chugging it.
Okay, and now just DPS the boss. Make sure you stay behind them at all times. If you're tanking, move to the middle as soon as possible.
Green out.
Okay, and jump. Be careful with the shockwaves because we're quite close to the speeds. Okay, and green up. Okay, we're good.
Oh,
Yay!
good job.
Okay, two options. We can either try Deimos or we can go to Wings.
Have you come to crawl inside my cave? Join the others.
To black and handkite, and I've done an LD.
There's no more room.
Well, that's the issue there with Deimos.
Yeah, we don't have Mara or anyone else who's a bit more experienced.
Well, Mara's a bit busy tonight, sadly. Something came up.
Yeah, it's fine. We're fine.
Black kiting isn't that big of a deal. The problem would be the tanking. I can probably cover the hand kiting, but tanking would be a doozy.
Should I tank? Is it just when I raise his arms, he has need to block, and otherwise just dodge around, or?
Basically speaking, what happens is up to 65%. You fight him in the middle. Afterwards, you move him to the edge, and then you just tank him. That's about it. When the bubble shows up, you need to listen for the audio cues and then block it. You can just block it, and once you do, you're good. If you miss the block, you're downed. It's not only the issue with blocking the Mind Crush, I think it was a skill. Not only the issue with blocking the Mind Crush, the secondary issue is dodging Deimos' huge AoE, the pizza one.
Yeah, but that should be fine. It's the normal one around him, right?
Supposedly.
It has a big tail. Yeah, it has a big tail.
So that was one.
Biggest issue is if you end up dodging into the wrong side or something like that, or let's say you dodge off the ledge.
With the black, or yeah.
Oh, technically speaking, black-wise, you should have some space to move, I guess, but not much.
Alright, should we try once just to show them?
Okay.
Because I guess most of you guys haven't been to Danish before.
The biggest issue would be lack of bones at the moment.
True.
Sure, wow.
Because, technically speaking, tank will be on top of Demus, and I'm switching to hand kiter, so you technically speaking got my bones. One thing you might want to get for tanking is wealth recognition. It gives you block.
Instead of
Well, I suppose in this case, because you're not spamming to anyone anything, I would suggest keeping the alacrity well and taking a precog. Then it will be a matter of if you have enough toughness so he follows you.
which one did I say I should change to?
Hmm?
Which one should I change to?
If you can get a bit more toughness, like something like minstrel, you'd be good.
Oh, that's one more of those flying things. Fly two things.
Now, or you'll make him angry.
Attack. You wanna do black kite, but no, actually I'm not sure what the druid uses to block the mind crush. Maybe running into the tank to get a block from the wall of precog, but that's a bit of a long shot.
This is the last boss in this
Potentially get a guardian to do it. That's another option.
wing, I think.
Or we can have. Far as I know, Tempest uses rebound, and there cure that uses for that. What was the other one? Go fucking figure.
That looks like a difficult boss.
It's Magi.
20 sec.
I fucking know that they update the build again.
This is completely new to me. This one. There's the terrace we were at.
Okay, no, that's fine. Okay.
Do you want to put time warp and stuff at the group or at myself?
That's
use
the
my
question
bolts.
of the day because.
Unless we can snow crows just stipulated I should have the normal.
Alright, I'll be back in 32 seconds.
Well, technically speaking, you won't be doing any of the CC because Saul would be in the middle, ideally.
Yeah.
So you would most likely be out of range, so it's best to stay on top of Demus to avoid, let's say, stepping on a black or accidentally having it placed somewhere else. That's a question. Actually, I have no idea what the ranger uses to survive besides precog. Well, I suppose it's an option for the ranger to also take a bubble, but that's a bit of a dangerous one. You guys can place the black on the middle. Okay, we'll just go with this and see if attack can get precog out of you. Okay. So you need to tank him somewhere around there-ish.
Back.
Oh, by the way, do be mindful of the statues. Don't walk into them. Because if you walk into a statue, see what happens here. You get feared. And I started the account. Okay. So that's very important during the fight. Do not walk into the statues. Also, dodging backwards is a bit of an issue. Okay, who here doesn't have a range weapon?
I don't have a good one.
Okay, that's a problem.
Could go Deadeye.
Yeah, that is fine. Main thing is because we're gonna go range instead of melee, and that's what that means is the fight goes up to 65% on a melee basis. Then the boss gets taken away to the edge, and the main DPS and the DPS group, or should we say, pretty much the whole group stays in the middle to DPS him from range. It's a bit of a long shot, but yeah, for a power warrior, you need a rifle. The longbow is the Condi warrior weapon, so you need a rifle.
I need a quick Deadeye build. I don't remember.
Okay, quick overview of the fight. The initial phase of the boss is we need to destroy the 4 chains holding the prisoners, so the Alessio. What's the way to do that is someone will get a mark to the green, and basically the whole group needs to go onto the green, and then will get teleported upstairs, and we need to kill the 4 statues holding the chains. Ideally, you should get all statues to a low HP and then try killing them 2 or 3 at a time. Regarding the people that go up, that's predominantly DPS, healers, and oh, at least on the initial green. Healer, the tank, and the hand counter stay downstairs because they need to slow the big ghosts. Basically, those are called prides. The reason for that is there will be a lot of ghosts. The small ones do a bit of damage to soul, but the prides do something like 30% out of his HP per pop, so we need to be relatively quick, or alternatively kill the prides. Once the 4 chains are destroyed, Deimos will spawn, so that means we need to stay in the middle and DPS him. Up to about 65%, the fight will proceed like that. Keep in mind, actually, I can't remember the percentage for the teleports, but I think the first one was around 75 or something like that. There will be another green, and basically everyone needs to go up besides the tank's healer, and the hand kiter. And you will get teleported upstairs where you were doing the chains. What needs to happen there is you need to kill Soul's Vices. One thing to note is you need to CC Soul. If you don't, you're screwed. There will be 3 different iterations of Soul. The first one is the Thief. That's quite dangerous if you don't CC it because it steals everyone's boons and stacks it on top of itself, and that will probably result in deaths. Second one isn't a big problem. He's just DPS, I suppose. The main thing with him is he occasionally will split into 4 clones. You need to kill the one with the different staff. Uh, I'll explain that later. After that, you also get ported back down. The first 50% of each fight when you go up with Soul's clones will be up to 50%, and the other 50% will be downstairs, so you need to be mindful of other mechanics when you're down. The last one is probably the most dangerous clone because he will randomly teleport you around the area if you don't CC him. The reason why he is the most dangerous one is you can potentially get teleported on top of the hands, which will probably result in instant death if you're unlucky. The other issue is you might get teleported on top of the black, and the blacks you see are black circles, which don't do much, but if you step on top of them, they pretty much cover the whole area and will pretty much kill you. Let's see, why range? There is 2 tactics how to kill Demus. First one is range, which is a bit slower than the melee tactic, but it is safer marginally. Main reason for that is because most people are not familiar with the boss, and you don't need to dodge the blacks. So basically speaking, from 65% onwards, you will be doing damage from range. Alternatively, you can do melee, which is basically how the hard mode of the boss is also done with melee. But the main issue with that is because the whole group is on top of the boss, it is much harder to avoid the blacks, and if anyone does step in one, well, that will result in a wipe. Okay, so quick recap. On the first screen, DPS goes up, and you need to destroy the statues holding up the chains. Keep in mind, Deimos will be upstairs and trying to knock you down, so just dodge his column attack, and you will be good. People that stay downstairs are the tank, healer, and handkiter. They will try to slow down the prides as much as possible. One thing to note is do not use hard CC on prides. If you do, the prides will start running. 9 men? What do you mean? It's 10 people at the moment.
Yeah, he says in the
Oh.
fourth group, because he wants to be by himself.
Ah, okay.
Main reason for that is handkiters don't stay in the main group. I'll be pretty much semi-AFK in the whole fight. It's basically a mechanic you need to deal with, otherwise it will pop up out of the group. And yeah, that's a bit of a nuisance to deal with. CC you will only need for soul. Even so, you need to take care of the CC. So keep your Bazzy Venom. Do not use hard CC on the prides. At some point during the fight, prides will also start spawning while we're killing Deimos, so you need to prioritize those. Reason being is they will target Soul, and if Soul dies, we lose the fight. An additional mechanic besides the blacks and so on would be in this case the tiers. Basically, that would be a white circle. You need to walk into it to pick it up and then just go back to DPSing. You will get a minor bleed and a debuff which will not allow you to pick up any tiers for I think it's 30 seconds or a minute, something like that. So basically the whole group needs to collect the tiers. First thing first, that if you don't pick up the tiers, they shoot at random targets and they do damage. They also strip Aegis, which is necessary to avoid Mind Crush for the tank and healer. And they do make life for the hand kite a bit of an issue. Attack regarding the black kite after 65%, I would suggest, let's say, if Gur is tanking about Green Arrow, you should be moving from, let's say, about there to about there for the blacks. So you should be able to fit in about 3 blacks. By the time you hit the third one, the first one will just spawn. So you can just move between those two. Regarding the Mind Crush, which will be called Bubble, because you're healing, you would
I
need to
got that.
go to Gur, which will be using Well of Precognition to give you Aegis, otherwise you won't be able to survive. Everyone else should take the bubble.
Bubble.
Oh, if you're walking, now's about the time.
Okay, so I haven't dead-eyed in a long time.
Keep in mind you won't have any boons in this case, so yeah, it's a bit of an issue. It's fine to say.
And if we don't manage to
You don't manage to. You're breaking up.
I asked if we don't manage to destroy the chains at the same time.
Nice
That's
one.
Oh no, you just get ported back down, and the green will appear again, and you can go up again, and so on. Main thing is it's a bit of a time waster.
Charles.
Because usually
I only have a
say
character.
to about the third teleport, if we haven't killed the prides, that would be enough to kill off Saul, and the encounter will fail, and we need to restart. Yeah. Okay, so after 65%, you should go around the heart marker attack, and Gur will be around the arrow marker. You'll see the black will basically be a huge red circle which will spawn initially, so you just need to move out of it, then it will become a black circle. Main thing is don't step on top of it and then just keep moving it between heart and square and you should be fine. For the mind crush, just go to Gur to get block. So preferably Gur, I would suggest saving wealth recognition for that phase.
Yeah, I'll try to.
So yeah, I suppose distorting would be a bit of an issue because of it's continuous split related. I would suggest getting sword as an offhand weapon on the second hand. So I can use the block there. You got 2 shield blocks and dodges, I guess. Just be careful not to dodge behind you.
Yeah, I'll try to.
Yeah.
Should we say 5 tries?
Yeah, something like that. 3 to 5 tries.
Candy food? No.
Oh, actually, I've gotten a freshwater bottle. Yay. So let's see, that's 3 gold. Yeah.
What do I do with the pride, by the way? I just attack him while I stay down.
Candy food? No. Why would I have candy food?
I just attack the pride while he's down, right?
No precision ferocity.
Basically, you, me,
Precision
Attack was
ferocity.
staying downstairs and we're just slowing, chilling and whatever to the pride to keep him just to make sure they take as long as possible to get to Sol. And if let's say the main group gets ported down while they wait for the next screen, they can cleave the pride. Shall we say housekeeping? Okay, and we're starting in 3, 2, 1, go. Okay, now we wait for the green to spawn and everyone but the healer and go up. Now we need to slow the pride and then just try to keep him at bay as much as possible. Anything but hard CC on the pride, otherwise he will start running. And cleave the pride please, because you're down, so kill the pride. That will give us more time to do the chain and go up. Okay, Mini missed out, so he's gonna help us with the pride here.
I missed that.
Yeah. You don't need to kill the small ones. The one that we need to kill is the pride. The small ones do just a bit of damage. Pride does 30%. So pride is the target. Okay, and take green. Stack is up. Go to green. What is the next? Oh, yeah. There we go. Okay, I guess this is going 1 by 1, never mind. Okay, one more teleport and you should be good. Everyone in green.
And no one got knocked down, that's very good.
Okay, everyone to the middle. Everyone to the middle. Okay, now stack on the middle and do DPS to 65%. And you need to dodge that. Ideally, fuck, I'm gonna die because I'm not paying attention to my stuff. Ideally, you need to dodge to the side. Fine, I'll be fine with it. So, yeah, I need to get the food.
Stand in the ward.
And make sure in the bubble. Bubble, otherwise you're gonna kick the bucket. Try not to get more back because you can end up in the hands over here and you're good. The bucket. Stay in the middle at all times. Fuck. Nah, it's fine. That's GG. I'm gonna die. It's fine. Yeah, that's GG. Because the hand spawned somewhere else. Okay, what you need to do is keep Deimos in the middle, don't run out. Up to 65%, just stay in the middle.
Yep.
Main thing here is I can't keep an eye on you guys and stay alive, so you need to manage yourself. Demus has only 2 major attacks, which
Thief?
the first one would be the Mind Crash, which basically take the bubble, and the second attack is that huge AoE. So if you're dodging it, try to dodge either forward towards him or sideways. If you're blocking, make sure you're in only one of the pizza slices, because if it's not a multi-block, well, you're gonna get catapulted. Okay, and quick raid check.
I must say, very good. No one of you got knocked out, and that's that's not easy. So very good.
I think you jinxed it now.
Try to just split up a bit more, so not everyone going to the same chain. Just goes quicker.
Yeah, just
Oh,
keep him
okay.
in the middle to 65%. When you're doing the chains, I would suggest the following thing. Well, as soon as the chain hits, let's say 20%, move to the next one until we get pretty much all chains at 20%. Then you can just start splitting around and kill them. Because we have 2 condis, potentially we can kill 2 or 3 chains at a time. So your first job is getting the chains down to about 20% all 4. Then start killing them off. Okay, and here we go. God, you will need to command them during the boss fight. I won't be paying attention. Just remind them to stay in the middle, and that's about it. For the main group, that's the main thing. They just need to stay in the middle. You're tanking in the middle up to 65%, then you do it. Okay, that's a GG. Ideally, we should not lose any people on the chain. It does happen, so don't be frustrated. Just keep an eye on your feet. If you see the cone, just move away, or just you can zoom out your camera more as soon as you go upstairs, more than usual, and you should be able to see Demus. If you see him turned towards you, that means he's about to do a skill that way. Okay, and here we go again.
What are you doing? You'll let
Keep in
him
mind,
out.
even expert groups have issues with this boss, so don't get annoyed or frustrated if you get screwed up. Don't use hard CC, he's go So suffice to say, this boss is a bit hard, because well, the mechanics, that's GG.
Sorry guys.
We should ideally have living healers by the end of it.
Look with that. I'm kind of stupid.
Just keep an eye on the cone. As soon as you go upstairs, zoom out your camera and then just rotate it towards Demus.
Commander doesn't go up.
This boss is by no means easy compared to the other bosses from this wing. This one is actually a problem. Okay, here we go again.
What are you doing? You'll let him out.
All DPS should go upstairs. Everyone but the tank, you are in Handfighter.
Thank you, Elka.
Okay, try to get all chains to about 20%. That way you can speed it up.
I need help. I need some.
If you get it up to about 20%, just move to the next one in the line. Okay, that's one down, so that's GG. Surviving this phase is your first priority. So I suppose if you have a range weapon, which you should because we're doing range, advisably stay a bit further out from the statues and try arranging them. That way, even if you get knocked down or knocked back, you still have a bit of a chance of not falling off. Okay, and starting in 3, 2, 1.
What are you doing? You'll let him out?
Oh, I'm going up.
Yeah, if a hero or a Hellcatter gets marked, they need to go up. Although usually it won't be either the hero or the tank or the Hellcatter. If let's say tank has to go up, that means that you need to let the other hero know, so the tank won't kick the bucket. Although depending on the DPS, that phase might be brief or it might take a while. For this phase, that's not a problem, but once we start dealing with Soul's clones, that is a problem.
Yeah, that was a close one. We got teleported in just the right time.
And going up. Okay, and stuck in the middle. Everyone in the middle. Don't move from the middle to 65%. You will get a green at some point.
Stand in the war.
Bubble, go to the bubble. Try not to get knocked back, otherwise you will end up in the hands, or at least don't be turned towards me, but have your back towards me. And pick up the down, that's important. There will be a green soon, go to the back to the middle as soon as possible. And make sure you leave the healer and the tank down. And bubble. Oops, wrong skill.
Should I? It's only 73%. Should I still go away?
What is it? No, 65, 65-ish. 65, 66, 67, something like that. Then you run out. Okay, I'm making a mess of the fucking man. They should be back shortly, so for time being, take the bubble. Okay, there should be the green soon. Okay, DPS is a better level, so...
Yeah, I was down.
Shots fired.
No, what I meant by that is... Okay, I'll back to it again. It's a problem to be actually looking at other stuff besides the main thing about this is, depending on how the DPS goes, that shortens the hand phase. Main thing with the hands is how the whole mechanic works. You can GG, by the way.
I have a green skull that I don't know what it is.
He targets this person away from him, and he marks him, and he will spawn 5 stacks of hands. Each stack does quite a bit of damage, and if you end up with 5 stacks, which ideally is what you're aiming to stack as a hand kiter, that does a lot of damage, and if you're not paying attention, you kick the bucket. The secondary function of the green circles when you're dealing with Soul's clones is to clear off the hands, because depending on how fast you deal damage to demos, as in face him, then deal with the clones, that will depend. That will mean how many hands we'll get and how long the phase will be. Also reduces the playable area and other nasty things, if you will. Okay, here we go again. I'm gonna leave you guys to your own devices, otherwise I might keep dying and that doesn't... Because if the hand kiter dies, that's a GG.
There's a lot of...
That
what should I say? Nasty stuff. Not to try and be a hero, yeah.
You should be going up with the group, you know.
Hey.
oops.
I still do need a healer. That is the buff you get from being at first. I can't remember the name of it, but basically what it does is it basically takes damage, attacks intensity.
I saw it there for a second.
Hey, everyone to the middle.
Stand in the war. Quickly.
Don't remember
Yeah, I did.
that I
Here we're not
rotation. Although I have it up on my second screen, but
If
right.
you get to it yet, they're after the first game. Not forget. Yeah, pick her up quickly or she's gonna die. Bubble, bubble, bubble. Fuck, I died from not paying attention. That's why the hand kiter can't talk like a man.
You maybe move on to something else?
Yeah, let's move to Wing 5, shall we? But basically this is not Wing 5, Wing 7. Basically this is the gist of the boss, and it is the two characters which should not die in this fight are the hand kiter and the tank. But I can't really command as a hand kiter, so that doesn't help.
no. What did I
Do
do?
7 or should we do what?
Good thing I saved.
Go Wing 7. Let's go with Sabir. What was it? Chrono? Yeah, Chrono.
Okay, so this one I need Condi on actually. So I might just do that.
Oh no, the whole boss fight proceeds in the same manner. It's just DPS to about 65% in the middle, then he goes away, range, get 3 ports up, and that's about it till 10%. And 10% everyone goes up again, and yeah. And you need to finish him off.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I'm guessing this. Oh,
So, if you don't know where the entrance is, you need to go to the furthest one back. Furthest one left, that would be the key of Adashim.
Spirit Veil. Maybe I'm.
There is some gold
Otter
piles
is
and stuff.
strictly
if you get them.
forbidden. How
No,
dare
actually,
you?
that's mid-right gambit. You need to go up to the one that's with the palms. They actually didn't sort out the orders. So the one above, it's on the second floor. Or this one to the left on the second floor. Yeah, they kind of screwed up the door order.
You at the Mashim.
Yeah, Kyo for the Shim is the one you need to go to.
Press the close, not enter.
Need to reform the groups again.
Yeah, I haven't done this one before, so I was thinking wrong?
Sure, you want a tank or?
I just go support, but I don't know, is that tanking or?
Oh, to be fair, tanking on Subdir is just orienting him either away from us or towards us, depending on which strategy we go for. So,
Okay, yeah, I've never been
So
here.
it's the one, right?
basically, the one we need to jump.
Yeah. Do I need to just normal support gear or any minstrel or?
Whichever you want.
Alright, then let's go.
You can go Sportak and tank him, that's fine.
Alright.
Oh, damn it.
I'll just go for Minster for the fun of it. And bone duration is down to 9%, so I actually need to eat food now. Let's see, 97%. Okay, that's fine. Okay, there's a quick pre-event here, so to start here, and basically what needs to happen is we need to capture the areas, and we're gonna be clearing mobs along the way. Once we reach the door, we will have a hero stay with Glenna. That would be probably either attack or red, depending on them who wants to do it. And we need a DPS to stay there, just to stave off mobs and keep Glenna alive. Everyone else will go with the commander tag, and we will kill 3 champions. As soon as the champions die, we will proceed to our first battle. And that's it.
This is what I kind of miss from raiding, like bunch of ads and
No CC is necessary here, and the gens have a break bar. So ideally, break it. Yeah, don't run out, let them come to us, and we're moving to the next one, so move, but leave the gen first. Ideally, we should have had the gen on top of the circular forward so we can kill it.
Alright, BFG. I will catch you later. Have fun. Thanks for stopping by. I will try to upload
On to Mexico.
this to YouTube.
There's another gen which we can potentially pull on top of us.
Another
don't
gin and
run out.
tonic.
Okay, let's see if I can. I can't pull.
And we can move to the next one. Kill the gym.
Here's my cursor. There's my cursor. Be
As
cool.
soon
I.
as we CC the gin, that he will start taking more damage, so it is into our best interest to get him CC as soon as possible.
And I also miss what a bow.
Okay. 3 out of 4 areas captured, so that's good.
Just gonna stay with
Let's get Lisa because she's a dragon hunter. Our damage is a bit preferred. So basically just stay with Glenna and pack to the door and just make sure they don't kill Glenna. That's all about it. Okay, and on to the last area. And that's a door, so Lisa and Taco need to be on Green Arrow. Everyone else needs to come to the bag to kill off the champs. Yeah, as soon as we take the point, Glenos is gonna go to the door and tackle.
Everyone has to.
Okay, by the way, we might want to kill this Geno too. We don't want to have any extra gens. So, kill it. We need to kill our gens as it is anyway. Okay, he just spawned, never mind. Okay, everyone with tag. Everyone on the tag. Purple
Side.
mini.
You mean
with
synergy?
tag.
I feel like these crypts are just waiting to spit out more
And
bad guys.
basically a Jin will spawn here, and we need to take care of it.
So, knock knock.
Knock, knock. This is wing 7.
Right,
Six?
lack of hands. Okay, walk me through it. Guys, buy us time.
This one find us.
There will be 2 more, but they are in predefined positions. It's those crossed off. They always fall in two spots. Mob-wise, no, they can't. Guys, there's a dog. Okay, and as soon as we kill the first Jin, we are going
Eye
to
on
go
you.
to the next one. Okay, so move.
Who is that?
Energies without causing a cataclysmic
Yeah, that's the next Jin. Try not to pull the second Jin. Some groups might go with killing the second Jin, but that is a bit of a problem depending on your field. So I would advise against it. And it does make for a cleaner kill anyway.
You were saying?
Yeah, well, anyway, this one's almost dead, so that's fine.
Let's challenge our healers.
You technically got Tempest for the moment, so yeah. Main reason is why we shouldn't get both gyms at the same time, because we have only 1 to 10 people.
Oh, okay.
So yeah, that makes it problematic. Okay, now go to the gate. No need to kill anything else. Just go in. And that was the 3 of them.
chance to see Jin in their natural habitat.
Now we're gonna have to listen to the Key and Glenn have a lengthy
study, little scholar.
and then we can proceed towards the bosses. This specific raid
Well,
wing, you
magically
don't
speaking,
have
your
a
house seems to be
specific
listed to
order
the
for the
side.
first
I'm
and
getting
second boss,
wildly unstable
so
readings
you
here.
can do them in
Shouldn't
either
your
order.
cardinals be trying to
Left is
stabilize
the
the
air
city?
boss, right is the earth boss. Depending on who you talk to, they would tell you either one is easier depending on the group, I suppose. In my personal opinion, the right one
Well,
requires
given the
more
crowds of
teamwork
living
than
children
the left one.
I'd say we're your best option.
Reason being is the boss on the right will periodically mark 5 people in the group, which needs to run out and place pillars. Afterwards, you need to get 2 people per pillar hiding behind it to survive, otherwise you will kick the bucket. F1 has also a coordinated mechanic, which would be the CC. Bringing your own CC is not mandatory on this boss. Reason being is you get the special action key with the CC, but I suppose it is semi-useful. Main reason for the special action key CC is the boss's
What'll happen if he succeeds
break
in
bar is
draining the ley
pretty
line
big
completely?
and also regenerates extremely fast, so the only way to break it down is coordinating the special action CC. The boss has a number of
Okay.
one-shot mechanics, I
So,
suppose,
really
if you want to call them like
suboptimal
that.
for all of us.
Okay,
How do we
so the
restore the
fight
power
will happen in 3 platforms. The first phase is up to 80%. He will pretty much show off all his mechanics by the time he gets to the third platform. The first one will, there is 2 types of CC. The first one is he will try to push us off the area, so on that one then just do CC. You don't need to stack it. And as soon as the break bar goes off, he will usually get a shockwave, which we need to avoid by jumping in one of those tornadoes here. That's the only way to survive it. The second type of CC is he just will get a stacking buff, which will keep stacking and reducing the damage he takes. And as you notice, you have a slash on top of your head, and basically that's your charge indicator for the special action key. If you take a tornado, you lose your CC. Kill the air elementals here. And when we need to stack the CC, we need to get about 7 or 8 people doing CC at least at the same time. Okay, you can ignore those wisps. We need to kill the one close to the Jin over there. So just go up the stairs.
You're supposed to protect the air Jin, not
And
help
kill
Kadim
just
bring
this one.
Odyshin down around their ears.
Okay.
walk through the field.
Yeah, try not to get hit by those small AoEs they do because they do a lot of damage.
Okay. That just happened.
We will also need 2 people for ads, which ideally should be a warrior and a PS. So either a thief or anything else which is power.
I'm powered.
Ads will happen at 40% and under. They spawn every 10% afterwards. Okay, regarding tornadoes, if you notice the tornadoes are all white, along the way up there will be red tornadoes. Make sure you do not walk into those. Red tornadoes insta-kill. Okay, let's quickly go over the mechanics. In this case, okay, the initial mechanic here would be the first type of CC, which would be the push one. So just use CC at will. After he jumps up to the next platform, he will do again the push CC, but as soon as he finishes off the CC, he will do, you'll notice 2 shockwaves rupturing out of him. That is basically your indicator that you need to go up, as in glide. Those shockwaves don't do any damage, so you don't really need to dodge anything. They're just a visual cue. That means that you need to get into a tornado and jump up to avoid the shockwave which is coming after them. No way to dodge it. So don't try to block it either, you're going to kick the bucket. After that happens, we just continue DPSing and he gets the CC bar again. On the last platform, after he does the shockwave, there will be a bubble phase similar to Demus's. There will be 2 bubbles on opposing corners of the square, basically arena. So we need to take just one of those and we will be good. Tornadoes are constant. There will be a huge red tornado which will be circling the boss, so we will need to move around. We need to be mobile. At 40% and under, we will get the ads, which the warrior and a power DPS is sent to deal with. Other than that, that's it. Okay, let's give this a go. Oh, and try to stay as a group. Don't run around too much. Running around makes it harder for healing to begin with. Then the next issue is boons, as we're running the odd composition of 2 chronos. You need to be close to the group or on top of it to actually get the boons, otherwise you're kinda screwed. Okay, everyone on tag please. We're stacking on tag here. Okay, there is 2 tactics to kill the boss. First one is to hide the boss away. Don't use your CC at the moment. Basically what happens is you get less damage and it's less heal intensive for the healers, but it is slower to get the buff. If you get hit by the boss, the special action key charges faster. Now use your CC, but keep in mind, special action key is a blink. Excuse me. So make sure you aim it properly, close to the boss.
I can just jump
There
up.
is a draft, okay, spread out. That's something also that does happen after the CC phase. He makes us explode. Everyone on top of that plate. And he's gonna run off to 80%.
Why should I fight and lose when I can acquiesce to the inevitable and
Oh,
survive?
game crashed. Ha!
We can just move on a bit. So it's fine.
Yeah, just follow
GG
him.
guys.
No, just go. You will need to kill some ads in the meantime.
Yeah, I'm telling you. Kill the wisps and some whirlwinds. Take the white ones. Take the red ones, you will fly out to the darkness.
It's fine, don't worry. She fell off. In normal mode it is possible to go up to a certain point during the boss fight, but no clue why it's not working at the moment.
Yeah, I can take them.
Yeah, just...
I'll take the ones.
Yeah, I don't. I think those were just cosmetic ones. So.
Never mind.
No, they are not actually relevant.
Okay. Stack.
Can you call
Stack on
talking
top
up
of
the
me.
center so we know
Right,
what to
I'll
hold?
tell you to young. When he starts to get around red things around him, we will have to young up the wilderness.
Yeah. So jump into a tornado. One thing to notice here is there is a safe spot. Go into a tornado. Go into a tornado. Go. 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 You need to go up and glide, and then go back down. Now rest people as soon as possible.
Just stand right, stand you want to be part of the one.
You'll notice the pattern on the floor has a midpoint, so if you stand in the midpoint, the tornadoes do not go there. So don't stand on the corner, stand on the... How do I explain this?
The ring between the
Yeah, in the ring, in the central bit, but basically in the middle of it, in the middle of the ring. That way you will not get hit by tornadoes because they don't go there. This phase is CC at will. Oh fuck, I'm actually in. Yeah. And pick up the down as soon as possible. This is very important because at 50% and under he will have the red tornado circling them. So if you don't pick up the down quickly, that will result in that person dying. Okay, up. It's a good thing to keep an eye on the tornadoes in this boss fight. Another thing to note is power DPS is mainly preferred in this particular wing. Yeah, it's pretty much the same thing here, so just kill the wisp and go up. Avoid being hit by those circle attacks they do because they do a lot of damage.
step over to the red border to explain it's more complicated.
Yeah, he will basically add up the last mechanics now, which will be after we spread out to explode. Shortly he will do the bubble phase, that's the last mechanic we add. Plus the tornado, which will spawn at 50%. Then it is the ads at 40% and under.
Use your special action key to go into the wilderness.
This is an exciting one.
Use CCs at will.
Spread out, spread out. Okay, stack up again. Make sure you stack up, makes it easier. Now get ready to bubble. Go to a bubble. Don't go up, up only maybe.
Oh fuck.
And now a big
Yeah. Basically the bubble shield, which it does in opposing corners. Okay, that's that. And that's a tornado over there, which we mentioned earlier.
good for first try though. Got him to 50% without tank.
Well, technically speaking, you do not need a tank here anyway, but hey.
So,
Main thing is, well, I suppose even if you go with no toughness whatsoever, as long as the group stacks together, it should be fine. Well, he was commanding for a while because it was dead.
oh yes, my mic is slow.
That's fine to be fair. I don't know. Yeah, actually that's interesting because I did reinstall my Windows and now you're fine. Last time around I had to boost you and barely could hear you. Go figure.
There we go.
Okay.
I had to load my microphone to try to raise it.
Tornado bunny.
Is it better? Alright.
Tornado bunny. Yeah, should be a bit faster just to take stuff. Okay, and we're starting in 3, 2, 1, go.
I have a tiny bit more understanding of what the hell is going on here now.
Oh, okay. A little bit of meditation.
I wish I could get this stolen
So
skill
at the moment for
more often.
not a bit. And CC up will. You can also use your normal CC to supplement it, I suppose. And for that. Okay, everyone attack, stack and tag. And then just DPS the way it's up.
Why should I fight
And up.
when I can acquiesce to the inevitable
And now we're going up. Be mindful because the wisps are trying to push you off the area. Oop. Yeah, that's a good one. Oh, but it's not actually my first time falling off in since that is the week. Fun.
Come to me.
And do stack over there. On the arrow, you will know that there's a specific tile in the middle. You don't get hit by the tornadoes if you're on that tile in the middle. And which will allow you to stop.
Well done.
Okay, pick up the down. That's not a problem if you get down, as long as it's possible to res you. Yes. And now it is CC at will. Don't forget that your CC is also blink, so be mindful. Get teleported. If you go into a tornado, you will lose CC. Keep that in mind.
Super.
And stuff up. Attack on tag. Everyone on tag, please. On commander tag, please. And go up.
Ooh.
Get the down. As soon as you see the shockwaves, I would suggest start running towards the tornado. So keep an eye on the tornadoes constantly. Whee! And up we go, dodge.
And this guy is kind of funny. Like a massive jumping puzzle.
Careful with the red tornado, don't go into it. If you do, it will result in an untimely death. Yep, that's fine, keep going. Everyone on top of purple tag, everyone on top of commander tag. And go up. Yeah, first time you go into a platform, that is an option. Now we need to stack the CC, so everyone on top of tag. And we're using CC in 3, 2, 1, use. Everyone use CC. And spread up. Now we will get the bubble phase again, so roll on tag. And ooh, fuck me. And back to the boss. And up.
Oh, I had to chase the fucking
Get it down
tornado.
quickly. Resing takes priority, so stop DPSing and res. Now we need to stack CC again, but we also need to move around the boss. So move. And CC in 3, 2, 1, use. CC and spread out. And bubble will be next, so get ready. And bubble, go to the bubble.
Question my choices, and I will.
Oh shit, I went to the wrong bubble.
Right. Adults for now.
Yeah, so warrior and DPS need to go to the circle. Go up. Get the down people quickly.
Horace. Oh, okay, good. That's true.
And move around with tag if you can. Here we need to stack the CC again.
Oh shit.
Get the down. He's on the platform.
Oh shit.
Okay. Okay, that's a GG. Main reason here for GGing where once you lose about 3 to 4 members is you can't do CC anymore.
Oh.
So you need to keep as many people as possible alive. When doing the ads, I would suggest having some CC to break the ad CC. That will make it easier to kill. In that case, I would suggest staying a bit longer in the group until we get healed. If possible. Although the big tornado does make it a bit difficult to move around at times, so it's a pro and a con. But pretty much that was the whole boss fight. It's just afterwards running around the boss, avoiding the shockwaves and seeing, generally speaking, and surviving the ads. That's about it.
I can take 2 more tries. I need to go in 15 minutes. So.
Let's say 2 more tries.
2 more.
We are kind of over the time anyway, so.
I don't know, I have some lagging so bad. I don't know what's happening.
Just take the jump pads at the beginning over here. Don't need a mount to go up, so just over here. Just walk into them normally and you should be good. Yes, the warrior does the ads as I explained earlier. The ads spawn after 40%. On 40, then every consecutive 10%. Okay, quick ready check. Mount warrior? What? Ah, okay, I'm lost. Anyway, and we're starting in 3, 2, 1. Pardon?
No, maybe send
I have no idea what he's on about. Yeah, because the mount cannot use the jump pads. You can potentially go up with it, but I make eye contact. Okay, and CC uphill. Hold out. This happens after everything. And stack on tag, running around here is not good.
and survive.
Careful with the red one. And stuck on that. You can use your special action key now to port a tornado for the first time. Because the shockwave is now shockwave, so either run or teleport. Get people down quickly. Get mirror please. Stack on back. Everyone stack on top. And this is CC at will. And throw that. Back on track. And go up. Keep in mind that tornadoes can be a bit tricky at times because they do move about. And on that. And the boss is about to run out.
First to join the winning side reach the greatest rewards.
I'm liking this steel skill I have now, which, oh, I need to pay attention. Basically,
Oh, the tornadoes. Yeah, that's fine, that's happening.
insta revives.
Okay, and then just observe, and everyone on tag. And go up. Okay, good, now get down. And now it gets important not to get down by the shockwaves because we have the right press sub. Everyone on top attack, please. Attack. Okay, now CC in 3, 2, 1, CC. Yeah, and spread out. Now Bubble is next. Go for the big tornado. Okay, so go for the Bubble. Adds will spawn at 8%. Be careful and move around and go up.
No.
Pick up the down quickly. Move, move, move. And everyone top attack. Keep your CC and CC in 3, 2, 1 each. Set up. Okay, and then it will be a bubble next. Bubble. Okay, back to the middle. Ads will spawn in 1%. And up we go. Pick up the down quickly. And warrior and DPS needs to go for the ads. And everyone else on top attack. And CC in 3, 2, 1, go.
Yeah, you can go back from that. Don't go into the red one though.
Ooh,
Like
okay,
that.
That's a GG. You need to be mindful of the tornado when he runs around. Need to
Yeah.
wait for it.
Time that badly.
Anyway, let's call it quits here, shall we? Basically, that's the whole boss, and it repeats afterwards. After 40%, it just adds every 10% and just DPS. And that's that, I guess. Any questions?
Can we do it again?
Yeah, we can next time, I suppose. Anyway, guys, thanks for joining. Hope you had fun.
Yeah,
Thank
thank you
you.
for leading.
I'm gonna go grab food as usual, so let me know if you have any questions. Catch you guys later.
Alright. That concludes the raids.